Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grandma Cooks. I'm Grandma Hershey, spelled with a U and not an E, so don't get it twisted. And I notice we have a little sunshine in the window today, but it's not too bad, so we're not going to worry about that because around here you get your bloopers because this is a live show. Okay, and since it's 4th of July, I decided to wear my red wig today. Okay, for red, white, and blue. You know how that works. Anywho, but like they say in Spanish, tiene muy calor aquí hoy, which means it's very hot here today. So once this show is over, Grandma Hershey might take this wig off. All right. Anywho, good to see you. Thank you for coming and stopping by. And I sure hope that you will make this dish, this jalapeno raspberry dip, because it really is tasty. One of the local stores here used to sell it, and I got hooked on it for years. And then they decided not to sell it anymore, and I started fiending. So I said, okay, Lord, I need you to show me how to make this recipe because I need my dip. Okay, well, not really, looking at all this livingness and all. But anywho, I needed my dip. So, but this is episode 24. We're really moving along. I love it, love it, love it. Just think, 24 shows ago, there was nothing with Grandma Hershey. And now we have 24 episodes together, you and me. I love it. So, I just want to tell you about some types of recipes that's going to be on the show. Okay, I might not have every single type, but if you request it, I will do one just for you. So put it in the comments or send it to my email, Grandmahursheycooks at gmail.com. Spell with the U, not an E, don't forget. So if you do that, I will make the recipe on the show that you want. Okay, I'm open to that. I love seeing people enjoy my food, and just the thought of you wanting to try my recipe makes me happy. Okay, so now, and I did put in the description why I chose this lifestyle of eating, so you can read that. If you watch the first probably 20 shows, then I actually tell you. So anyway, but it's for me and for you, all right, and your friends and family. Okay, so what I need you to do is to click the thumbs up button to say that you like me. And if you haven't subscribed already, go to subscribe and click the black bell. Once you click the subscribe button, click the black bell, and then every time I come on, you'll know. Okay. And so, anywho, so today's macronutrients are the calories for 2 tablespoons, because when you get dipped in salsa and all these things, they always go by 2 tablespoons. And that's really quite a bit. So 2 tablespoons, the calories are 70.8. The saturated fat is 2.3. The cholesterol is 13.3. The sodium is 150.8. The carbs are 6.8, and the sugar is 6.3. And that's mostly because of the raspberry preserves, jam, whatever you want to call it. Potato, potatoes, tomato, tomatoes. Anyway, now I do have another version of this where I use Cool Whip. And I forgot all about that until I was looking for the recipe for this one. I'm going like, well, I told them this one, the ingredients already, so I'm just going to stick with it. So, but anyway, if you want the whipped cream version, just let me know. Hit me up and I will send it to you, okay? Because I want us all to be happy. Now, my good friend Karen made a suggestion this morning. I didn't even think about it. She suggested using Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. Who'd have thought? Okay, and so you can do that. This is your recipe, although it's my recipe first. But if you want to adjust it to your likeness, go right ahead, because Grandma Hershey been doing it for years. Okay, I will not be upset. All right. So anyway, so thank you, Karen, for that suggestion. And I want to shout out to anyone who had a birthday in the last 7 days. I love birthdays. So happy birthday to you. Feliz cumpleaños. I'm just saying a little Spanish because yesterday it made 302 days since I've been learning Spanish. Okay, I'm not ready for a long conversation yet. However, I am having fun with it. And every now and then I slip up and say something in Spanish. And then if somebody start a long conversation, I'm going to be lost. Okay. So anywho, enough of that. It's not about me. So, okay. Remember we're trying to find some alternatives for our erythritol. And another alternative is coconut sugar. Now, I used to use coconut sugar before I went to erythritol. And it's a dark brown sugar that looks like brown sugar. So if you have a recipe for dark brown sugar, this would be great. And it has kind of like a syrupy taste to it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not so bad. I do like the flavor of the date sugar better. So this is another one. So the calories for 1 teaspoon. See, the day sugar is way better when it comes to calories and carbs and sugar. But for 1 teaspoon of this, it's the same amount of sugar. It's 15 calories for the calories. It's blah, 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 15 calories. But the carbs are better because there's only 4 grams of carbs in a teaspoon rather than 15. And the sugars is only 4 sugars rather than 15. So it's still a better alternative than the actual sugar. Okay. So if you have diabetes, if you have narcolepsy, and you have to watch your carbs and sugar intake, then coconut sugar is another good substitute. All right. So, also, remember I was trying to get those oatmeal raisin cookies made, but it got so hot. And Grandma Hershey can't stand all that heat. I mean, she hot and spicy, but she don't want to feel the heat from the sun, okay? So once it cooled off a little bit, we're going to do the oatmeal raisin cookies, and we're going to try some with the coconut sugar and some with the date sugar and see which one is the best. Well, I'm going to. I'll see which one's the best, and that's the one we'll do on the show, okay? So don't give up on Grandma Hershey. It's just got too hot around here. Tiene muy calor, I tell you. Anyway, so enough about me. Let's make this recipe because time is of the essence around here, and I don't want to keep you all day. All right. So, and all those who's making it with me, you got your list. I sent it to you ahead of time. Here we go with these lights again. I call myself making it better. Let's dodge the lights again. I thought that was so funny. Anyway, so the first thing you're going to have is 1 block of cream cheese. And if you can, get the 1/3 less fat, because all the macronutrients that I gave you were based off the 1/3 less fat cream cheese. Okay, so we got 1 block of cream cheese, and we're going to add it to our bowl. Cream cheese, and you want to soften it, so take it out early so it can get soft enough to cream up. Okay, this one's took it out early though. Okay, anyway, it's gonna work out. Next, you want to take 4 tablespoons of raspberry preserves or jam, and you want the seedless and as low sugar as you can find. Okay, now I use Smucker's. It really works great. Okay. So let's put this Smucker's in, 4 tablespoons of that good old raspberry preserve, baby. Okay, now we want to take 20 slices of jalapenos, and we want to chop them up. Okay, now this here is the one that's called Sweet Heat because it had the least amount of sodium that I can find that day. But there's another brand called Tuscan Valley, and I can't remember if I got it at Dollar General or Walmart. I ran out, and I need to find it because they had the very least sodium, because jalapenos have a lot of sodium in it. Now, I do have a recipe that I'm going to put in the book where I did my own jalapenos, and they came out really good and with way less salt and way less sugar. Okay, so anywho, right now we're using these. All right, so there's 20 slices, and you're going to dice them up. You're going to chop them up real good. All right, so we're going to put those 20 slices in here. Grandma Hershey did the work ahead of time. I hope you did too. Okay, then we're going to take the lime juice. Now you can use lemon juice, but because Grandma Hershey had an ulcer for 20 years, lemon juice is a little harsh. Lime juice is milder. And it's, to me, it tastes just as good and it does the same work. It will cut that extra fat, all right, from your body. So I use the lime juice, but if you don't want to use lime juice, use the lemon juice, but whichever one you use is 2 teaspoons. Okay, so we're gonna put two. Is that right? That's correct. Put 2 teaspoons of the juice in the bowl. Then we're going to take a half a cup of sour cream. Now, I like the light or the non-fat, and it don't have all that sugar like a lot of stuff do when they have non-fat and light. So, but this is good, and it's going to work out all right. So we're going to put our sour cream in the bowl next, all right? Get your sour cream in. I sure hope somebody's making this with me. One day we're going to do a Zoom or something, and we're going to be doing our recipes together. I think that'll be great. If anybody wants to do that, let me know. We can get something set up. Maybe we'll have a class or something. That would be wonderful, don't you think? Okay, so now, after we put that in, we're going to take a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of onion powder. And if you're allergic to onions, then just put extra garlic or whatever you use to substitute onion, either one, because we don't want you to not like this, and we don't want you to get sick. Grandma Hershey don't want you to get sick, okay? So, but this here is 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Not the Mrs. Dash, because they've got all these other things in there that we don't want in our dip, all right? So we just going with straight up natural garlic powder and onion powder, all right? So we're going to put that in there. Now, I used to have my garlic jalapeno by Weber, but I can't find it nowhere. Not at a recent price. Grandma is just disappointed about it. Anyway, we're going to do without it. We're going to do without it. But if you have it, put half a teaspoon of that in your bowl. All right? So now, we are going to get this started with stirring it. Now, I didn't put on the thing to whip it with a beater, but you're going to end up having to do that. So, because when my kitchen angels was making it yesterday for the representation, they told me that they had to use that beater. Okay, so I'm telling you that you're going to have to use that beater, but let's get it kind of stirred in first, pretty much. All right, and then we're going to get that beater so we can smooth it out. All right. Now, you know when this beater is going, everything looks crazy. So I'm going to shut my mouth and let the beater do the work for now. All right. So sing a happy song to yourself while I do this part. Okay. Woohoo! I know y'all saw all that magic happening. All right. So I'm going to kind of scrape the bowl a little bit. And it's nice and creamy. And if my cream cheese would have been a little softer, it would have been even smoother. So thank goodness for my kitchen angels, because theirs came out perfect. So once this cream cheese get a little bit softer, I'm going to beat this again. You don't have to worry about that. You do your stuff, boo. Okay? So that's your deal. All right? So let's see what the kitchen angels did. And I know the picture have just tortilla chips, but Grandma Hershey thought about, you can do crackers, you can do potato chips, you can do those big old giant Fritos, and of course the tortilla chips. And then let's look at the bowl. See how pretty that is and nice and smooth. So Grandma Hershey thought about this. You know how she like to make sure you're not getting poison or nothing. She is going to taste some with the giant Frito. I call it giant Frito. She gonna taste a little bit of this with the giant Frito, let you know what it's be like. Okay. Mm-hmm. See that? Delicious. Now, since it's so good, you know, Grandma Hershey don't let you get away without two tastes. Okay. So let's try. Potato chip. Okay. And don't y'all be doing no double dip unless you eat it all by yourself. That's different. But funny story. Still me. Funny story. I didn't know anything about double dipping. I was at this party and there was some dip. Oh, I was really enjoying it. I dipped my chip in there. Ooh-wee. And I end up, and then, so it was a big chip. So I turned it around. The other half, I dipped it in too. Ooh, I got chewed out. Don't double dip, okay? Put your stuff on a saucer and you can double dip all you want to, but not in the big bowl. I'm telling you, you do not want to get Jap slapped. No offense to the Japanese. Just something I say. But you don't want to get hurt, all right? Because you know how they do when they do their kung fu and stuff. They will slap you the taste out of your mouth. Anywho, let's taste it with this chip. That's different because this is some kind of weird cheese potato chip. Not too bad. I like my big old Frito better. Anywho, but you grab whatever chips or crackers you want with your dip because that is your dip. All right, and we want you to enjoy it. So next week, since it's still hot, that's what the weatherman says it's going to be next week is hot. So we're going to make a chakra salad. Anybody who's into the chakra stuff know what I'm talking about. It's going to be delicious, and we're going to make that. And then I can tell you how to chop and dice and all these kind of things because I'll be doing that, making the salad, okay? And Grandma Hershey like her salad with seasoning, not that boring stuff you get in restaurants, all right? So next week at 5:30, we be back on our regular time. We're going to do the chakra salad. And so I need you to hit the thumbs up if you didn't. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And if you would be so kind as to share this show with everybody you know. Share it with your friends. Share it with your enemies because they got to eat too. And share it with your family. Grandma Hershey love you. She wants you to have a great 4th of July. Don't nobody come back on her talking about they got maimed. I want you in good shape. So be careful with your fireworks and be careful out there. So come back next week at 5:30 so we can make this chakra salad. I'm telling you, it's very good. So I love you and I'll see you next week. Mwah. Don't forget to send me my requests. All right. I look forward to them. And make sure you leave a comment on here. Grandma Hershey needs to know what you're thinking about. Okay. So love you. Have a good week. Mwah.